She started drawing me in like a rainstorm. Then we started talking all night long. She had them blue jeans on and they skin tight, with that ball cap down, looking dynamite. She waters flowers, I think. I'm falling in love, and she looks on at me. I can't get enough. Voice like an angel. Oh, now. And she puts me at
Day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to another swift episode of the Number 9 with Tommy podcast that's tailor-made for the Number 9 Nation. Today's guest is about to be on every country music radio station. That means that all the way from Texas, where they're keeping all them heartbeats from getting stopped, to Chicago, where they're popping shots and dropping cops, this guy is going to have money just raining down and pouring in, just like the actual rain of my basement here in Torrington. Men, prepare to be super jealous of this guy's voice. Ladies, bring 2 pairs of panties because the first one's going to get moist. When you daydream about Dante John inside you and your pussy getting destroyed, this top-tier talent needs his name spread. So he's letting his boys. And spread his name we will. In fact, he came in here to chill. I couldn't be more thrilled. Number 9ers, you know the drill. I'm here with Tommy fucking Washington and the real-life Dante Derminolian, who you'll soon know as Dante John. Gentlemen, what's been up, man? How are you?
I'm excellent, man. Thank you very much for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
I'm good.
The crowd goes crazy.
All right, so
I
I
didn't
want.
mean to drown you out with my crowd noise, Tom.
Oh, it's okay. Here's one for you.
We
How
can
was
hear
it?
it.
You didn't hear that?
No. Was there a sound effect?
The podcast heard it. That's all that matters.
Okay.
So this is a real life story that happened earlier today. So me myself, I don't know many Caucasian people that are named Dante. So I assumed that Dante was black and that he was going to be dropping a rap album, right? So I'm telling this to my brother today, and he's like, "What the hell's the matter with you?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. I guess it's just a assumination that I made." And
Sumination.
and because I couldn't think of the word that you're supposed to use. What's the word that you're supposed to use, Pat?
Assumption.
Yep, there it is. And I said
That's close enough.
assumination. So I thought that
Fucking
was
beautiful.
yes, it was quite hilarious if you were sitting there. He
You know
just
what
looked
they say
at
when
me
you
with
assuminate, you make an ass out of you and me and Nate.
So anyway, we got Dante on the show. We're gonna talk about his new album that's dropping Wednesday, right?
Technically a new record. It's just a song.
Oh, same.
One song coming out. And we'll talk about, how he's feeling, what he's going through, and what's to come next. Maybe what got us here. Who knows? Dante? What's the name of the song, man?
Yeah, man. The song's named "Fallin In Love."
Hold on. Fallen with a G or fallen with an apostrophe?
No, there's no G at all.
So fallen.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. E-N?
I-N.
Okay, yeah. So like the act of
Fall
falling.
in love.
I got you with an apostrophe. Okay.
Did you write the song yourself?
I did. I wrote every aspect of the song. So I've been writing music since I've been about 13 or 14 years old. And I ended up having my first child when I was 19, and I didn't really take it any seriously after that. I did the right thing in being a dad and taking care of my family. And
I hear you.
had a real upset in life at the beginning of the year, and I had someone really important to me that had told me that I'm an amazing person, then I should do what makes me happy. And I had this crossroad that I hit, and I decided that I can still be a good dad. I can still be a supporting father. And you know what? I can do what makes me happy too, but I can do that on the side. And ever since I started doing that, everything about me has changed. I've been happier, been positive. I've been reaching out to friends and family more than I've ever had in my entire life. And I think that's really important that that everybody gets to experience that and has that opportunity to do that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking to 2 selfish motherfuckers. We totally get where you're coming from.
Well, I mean, I can totally see where you're coming from. I had my son when I was 19 years old. 19 years old in 3 weeks. He was born. So I understand about, all your hopes and dreams turn into raising a child, like, and doing the right thing, or what you assume
Right.
is the right thing, right? Like, you really never know what's right
Yeah, I mean,
until it's too late. So,
you don't. And, I have 4 kids now. So over the course of those, 10 years, I'll be 30 on Sunday.
These fuckers popping out puppies like
Just
it's
popping
nobody's
out.
business.
oh shit, man, my birthday's on Saturday. Happy birthday.
Have the same right back at you, man. So over the course of those 10 years, I've always played in the background. It's just been more of a pastime. And this year, I just happened to start writing again, and something just built inside me. And I reached out to an old friend I used to record with and said, "Hey, would you mind if I came by the studio and recorded a song?" And I went down to the studio and I recorded the song and I laid it down, and it was like 5 hours, and we had the song entirely done. And the engineer that recorded is a fantastic guy, and he's sitting back and he's listening to it as he's making his final edits, and he's laughing. And I said, "What's going on?" And he said, "I have a lot of artists that come in and record, and I've been in multiple states and I've been recording. I've never had something go that smooth." And I said, "Wow, thanks, man. I really appreciate that." And he said, "And to top it all off, you had all 4 of your kids in the studio when you recorded all this."
Oh my god, you brought the kids?
What am I? I can't leave them at home.
I had fucking left it at home. This is why I don't have kids.
So yeah, that was really cool feedback, and I decided to take it a little bit further. I had a friend. She actually is starring in the video. Shout out to Renee. I reached out to her and I asked her if she knew anybody that did a music video. I said I want to do the whole thing, just for myself. And I asked her if she knew of anybody that did videography, and she said, let me get back to you. And she got back to me in like a second with someone's name. So I'll give a shout out to him too, Kiwi Productions.
Hold on, I don't want to interrupt you, but so Renee is a photographer?
Renee is my high school friend.
Okay.
We were in a chorus together. We grew up together.
I guess my question is, what made you assuminate that she would a videographer?
We just happened to be in contact recently.
Okay.
Like that day or the day before.
Okay.
And as I was talking to her, I said we should get together and get on a track. And then the music studios in Rhode Island, I lost touch with a lot of friends from Rhode Island, so I had reached out to her because she's still someone that I keep in touch with.
Hold on, so I just want to clarify.
We're clarifying again.
Clearly, we're gonna say Trouble in Paradise. You went from I want to be the world's best dad to I can still be the world's best dad. Something happened at the beginning of the year. Let's assume that was some kind of split. Now, Renee, you're talking to her a couple days ago. She's in the music video. Is Renee smoking hot? I don't give a fuck what your relationship with her. Is she smoking hot?
Renee is beautiful, absolutely. We are not together. We're not seeing each other. We're strictly friends. But
can we have her on the show?
High school
or
friends.
we can kick Patrick off. We can probably put her on.
All right, I'm down with that. We just need somebody. I mean, like, you're a good-looking guy, but we need some good-looking females to be on the show as well.
You know what? I'm sure if we reach out, she would come on the show too. Maybe after the video drops tomorrow night, we can.
So you're saying if we reach out and make contact with her, she will come. Those are Dante's words here on the Number 9 with Tommy podcast. I am just repeating them.
That's how you assuminate.
Yeah.
Assuminate is my new favorite word.
So she reached out to this guy, I guess, and we got in touch. And we started talking, and he asked me for a clip of the song so we can get an idea. He's never done a music video before. And he's only done some weddings. It's kind of his side job. So I sent him the song, and then he texted me back immediately, and he said, "I absolutely love the song." And I said, "Wow, if it's anybody that's going to give me any kind of feedback on the song, it's this guy, right? He doesn't know me, he has no, knowledge of anything in my life."
Sure, he doesn't have the... He's not giving you preferential treatment.
No, he could tell me straight up the song sucks.
Yeah.
Which I'm looking for feedback at this point, right?
Right. Yeah, that would have been fine to hear as long as you heard why it sucked.
Correct. Sure. It might not be their style of music. I mean,
yeah.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. It is what it is, Because at that point, I had only shared with a small group of friends and family. And,
right.
By default, they're obviously going to give you positive feedback. But seeing hearing somebody that I don't know and I've never met say that they really, really like the song, it was different, you know what I mean? So we ended up meeting one day at Roger Williams Park in Providence, Rhode Island. And, that was where we did our majority of the shoot. And as he's setting up, he has my song playing on a speaker in the park, and he, he's setting up his camera and everything. And I'm positioning and tuning my guitar because we're gonna start playing. He's gonna start filming, and then I see him mouthing the words to my song.
Oh, so he's heard it.
He said, "Holy crap! How many times did you listen to that?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's such a catchy song. I really love it." And I was blown away. Like it was, something like that's never happened to me before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
hang out with Renee more, maybe you'll get blown away more. You know what I'm saying?
Patrick's gonna get engaged soon, I guess.
I'm due. It's been years since my last engagement.
Has it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I have one coming. I don't want to yell. I was going to yell, Miss Elizabeth, will you marry me? But I feel like it would.
You're gonna propose to her right now on the show?
Be super loud in the microphone.
What if she says no? And you're on air?
It wouldn't be the first time.
That any.
It wouldn't be the first time?
Say
yeah.
no. Like, would you? I wouldn't.
Would I say no? If you ask me to marry you right now?
I get fatter by the week. Like, I get a paycheck and I grow a pound. That's not good.
Facts.
So you're gonna lock her.
What are your fucking mirrors broken?
No, they're not. But I also know that I'm not much bigger than you.
He's talking about he had a baby at 19 and he still hasn't lost the baby weight. You watch it, buddy. So Dante, we're gonna get deeper into your music stuff. We are, but we're also gonna number 9 you and bring you through these 9 questions that we ask everybody. So let's get one of them out of the way.
All right, let's do it.
Dante, did you pre-read the questions?
Did I pre-read the questions?
Did you get a little feel for what we're doing?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Oh, so he's not like any of our other guests.
Yeah, we appreciate the amount of preparation you put in.
I've known Patrick for a while, and I was just really concerned with what some of these questions were going to be, and who's going to be listening to this podcast.
Was it exactly what you were thinking it would be?
It almost like spot on. I said, and I had to almost calibrate my stories because, God forbid, my mom's listening to this.
Well, trust me, your mom knows that you have a penis and it's been inside of a vagina.
You're not
going to surprise her.
At least 4 times.
At least 4 times.
Yeah.
It's going to be real tough to sneak this one past her. Let's see. Okay, well, if there's a question that you don't want to answer for whatever reason, we don't need your reason, we'll just skip that question. Dante, did you bring with you a sex story that is a good time to listen to? Something that will drop some jaws.
Drop some jaws. So, yeah, I've had my fair share of fun.
Okay.
So as I was reading that question, I was thinking about some of the stuff that I've done in the past, and for the sake of my music career and people liking me for me, I had to be very careful about which story I picked.
Dante, I will say this: I once told a story on this podcast about putting one of my digits inside of a girl's behind and then wiping off her poop that I got stuck under my fingernail on her hips. So, I mean, you're not going to look worse than me no matter what you say.
He also told a story about asking a girl to shove a dick in his mouth. So you got nothing.
I misspoke, Dante. It was the heat of the moment. Fucking Tommy. This is what happened. This story has been on the podcast 35 times. What happened was I was into dirty talk. She was into dirty talk. What I wanted to communicate effectively to my partner was, I'm getting close to ejaculation. I would like to do that inside of your mouth. What came out was, oh my fucking God, baby, stick your dick in my mouth. I don't know how it came out, but that's what came out, Dante.
Did she dry up faster than this basement floor?
It was one of the probably worst abdominal pains either one of us has ever experienced, because we laughed for so long, so hard. It was a showstopper.
Well, I got to ask you the $1 million question.
Did she?
Did you finish?
No, God no.
Yikes. Okay.
Anyways, my point is, feel free to share whatever you'd like.
Okay. So I came prepared with a specific, crazy story that when I was younger. So when I was younger, I used to have sex quite a bit, and that seems to kind of fade when you guys get older, right?
I'm gonna wholeheartedly disagree, but okay, moving on.
Let me put it in better terms: the longer you're in a relationship, the less sex you have.
Yes, historically speaking,
yes,
that has seemed to be the case.
Correct. So obviously back in the the prime before kids, it was just nonstop, like animals.
Yeah, right. I'm with you.
And we were staying at my uncle's house when I was probably 18 or so. And it was a real hot day. I mean, we had already gone at it, a few times. And we jumped in the shower afterwards and we were, trying to cool down. And he had this like master suite that I was staying in upstairs.
It's clear you mean your uncle, not your partner. Your partner is in fact a female.
My partner was in fact a female.
Okay.
I did not ask her to put her dick in my mouth.
Okay.
I'm going to
That's
clarify
hurtful, but
that.
That's fine.
We are upstairs. My uncle is not living in the house at this time. We are staying there. And I'm upstairs in this master suite. And he has one of these windows that kind of lead towards the roof of his house.
Okay.
So as we're sitting there, like, just ear drying off, she looks at me and she goes, "How awesome would it be to have sex on the roof?" And I said, "That would be fantastic."
Yeah, I'm in.
I've heard a lot of sex stories. None of them have been, we were on the roof and we were having sex.
Right.
So I said, "Yeah, I mean, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. When are you going to be able to get on top of a roof
Sure.
safely and have sex?"
Yeah, I'm with you.
So this is it's probably 30 feet off the ground, the roof. So it's pretty decently high.
I'm so excited right now.
Pretty soon he's gonna ask you to put your dick in his mouth.
Damn it.
Patrick's actually making the basement floor a little bit wetter at the moment. So so when people start asking you those questions, and as a guy, you're in the heat of the moment. They could literally ask you anything, and you'll do it, right?
I'm in.
You don't think about the aftermath. You don't think about the surroundings. This was not at night. Keep in mind, this is probably at like 11:30 in the afternoon. And it was like July, I don't know, 5th, somewhere in there. So it was 150 fucking degrees.
Yeah. What's under a shingle?
What's on the shingle is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
My bare ass.
Yeah.
So we started going to town.
This
and
is like 30 grit sandpaper on your ass.
The first thing that happens is I lay on my back. The roof was literally on fire.
Oh.
I laid down on, I believe it was like black onyx shingles.
Yeah. So
Just
it's
soaking the heat in.
The hottest of the hottest shingles that you could possibly have on a roof.
Are you a hairy guy? Do you have a lot of back hair?
Well, at that time, no.
Okay.
I had some. Here's the problem. So it's like a fresh new, shingle, so it's still got the grits that keep coming off.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they were embedded in my back.
And you're
in my
already
ass.
you're committed at this point. You can't be like, "Oh, sweetheart, this is really rough on my skin."
And that's the thing, right? So as a guy, I'm seeing this all the way through because number one, I'm never getting this opportunity again.
Right.
And number two, I can't like give you my C game while I'm on a roof.
Yeah, you can't get chumped.
No, I absolutely can't.
Okay.
So about 6 pumps in, I'm literally screaming on the inside. I'm screaming in pain. I'm pretty sure my skin on my back is completely off at this point.
Hold on. Because now I'm sympathizing with the girl on top of you. So she's straddling you?
No, she was actually, her back was facing me.
Uh-huh.
She was facing up. Her hands were like on my shoulders.
That son of a bitch. What a sneaky bitch.
And I think she had flip-flops on, so
knew
she
exactly
didn't
what she
feel
was getting
pain
into.
at all.
She thought this through. Damn it.
Yeah, women always do. I'll give them all credit. They're smarter than we will ever be.
All right. What else?
So meanwhile, I'm going to town and I'm working through the pain at this point.
Sure.
So we're up there for a little bit and I finish, and then we decide we're going to come back inside safely. And, she's in her glory. I turned around to grab my towel and to cover myself back up. And as I turned around and looked back at her, there was a look of horror on her face. I said, "What's wrong?" She goes, "Did you see your back and ass?" So we spent the next couple hours of her with a tweezer pulling the beads out of my back.
Dante, if your second hit single isn't called "Lovin' on a Rooftop," you're doing it wrong.
So you got to look at the aftermath of this. So it's not only just that, right? So now I come downstairs and I had some friends over and stuff. They clearly know I was upstairs having sex.
Right.
Right. My ass hurts, and now I can't walk straight.
So they're wondering
What in God's name happened up there?
what exact position were you guys in? Were you playing catcher?
And I can't even come up with a story safely that's going to benefit me. You know what I mean?
There's a shingle snow angel on the roof that will tell the story.
Yeah, the roof is a good time. Definitely not a comfortable spot. And if you want any advice, not during the day and definitely not in the summertime.
I like it. That's a great story.
Good.
Dante, did you bring with you something that grinds your gears?
Hygiene.
Okay. Are you talking about in
Just poor hygiene in general. I mean, the more that I thought about that question,
no matter who you are? This isn't like your kids or your girlfriend or like
just in general.
your employees.
I'm a pretty hygienic person, and I shower twice a day and
Okay.
groom myself, obviously take care of myself. Working with the public for a while, you start to see a lot of questionable things.
Sure you do.
Honestly, one of the things that bothers me the most is like dirty fingernails. So back to you talking about shit underneath your your nail.
Yeah, but I cleaned them out. I cleaned them out on her hip. It's good.
Well, some of these other people don't. Yeah, I mean, I just hygiene in general probably bothers me the most, and it just smells.
Sure. What's worse, BO or bad breath?
Oh, definitely BO.
Okay.
Because if you have bad breath, just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
BO, you can't musk that.
No.
As you walk by, it's terrible.
What about like when you got 4 kids? What if they're farting up a storm? Is that going to bother you?
My kids?
Yeah, that's not really hygiene. They're just tooting.
Oh, you got to understand the difference between like a 7-year-old's gas and a 38-year-old man's gas.
So what you're saying is you just overpower them into submission. Well played.
Well, I'm not saying it's me. I'm saying in general. If you're talking about hygiene, right?
All right. Okay. So what if I crop dust? The general area that like you're grocery shopping and I crop dust because I'll crop dust the shit out of a grocery store. Are you super upset at me about this?
I wouldn't be like you personally. No, I would just not stand next to you. I don't want to get blamed for your crimes. See?
I will frequently fart and then walk away from the person that I'm with. It's no problem. I'm not above that. It's the little things in life.
No, my kids do some gross stuff sometimes, but it's different because they're my kids. If it's someone else's kids, maybe not. But
yeah, no, you guys all say that. You're all wrong. All right, Dante. A movie recommendation.
A movie recommendation, huh? I like action-packed movies.
This will be right up Tom's alley.
One of my favorite movies of all time was The Italian Job.
Okay, with Handsome Rob.
Yeah, I really thought he was going to go with Armageddon there.
You know why he didn't go with Armageddon? Because Armageddon was mediocre. It was good, but it wasn't great.
It's one of the greatest
ever made, Tom.
It's one of the greatest movies ever made.
Something about the crime movies where like the bad guys are the good guys.
Sure, where you're rooting for the bad guy.
You're kind of rooting for them at some point because they're the underdogs.
Like Ocean's 11.
Yeah, like all the Ocean's movies, like those movies. I find that that's not a common concept. I just find that very interesting.
Are you a Young Guns fan?
I've never seen Young Guns.
Dante,
you're a smart man.
I'm gonna send you home with a little gift today.
No, you're not, because they're still at
Young Guns.
No, they're still at my house. They've been here for 5 years, 6 years.
I'll return my fucking movies.
You lived here for 18 months. You could have taken them back at any point.
Piece of shit. Anyways, so the Italian Job. Tom, one of us should rewatch the Italian Job and review it on the show.
What do you mean rewatch?
Tom,
have you not seen the Italian Job?
He's never seen anything, bro. He's the worst fucking movie fan in the entire world. And then he thinks that fucking Days of Thunder is God's gift to fucking cinema because he hasn't seen any fucking movies.
Days of Thunder is a great movie.
Days of Thunder is not a great movie.
How is it not a great movie?
Days of Thunder is made for chicks to get wet over Tom Cruise's style, and the only one I see getting wet is you, sir.
I don't see the problem.
You're half hard right now just thinking about him, aren't you?
Listen, I'm just saying,
He's
Days of Thunder
on his motorcycle. The hair's blowing through the air's blowing through his hair.
That's great.
Leather jacket.
That's right. Great movie. Great movie.
Would you fuck Marky Mark?
Would I fuck Marky Mark?
Yeah.
It's a tough question.
I will say, you know my brother
Hold on.
well. Tony.
Hold on.
So,
How the fuck is
so
this
here's
a
the deal.
tough question?
I'm gonna tell you it's a tough question. Number one, I don't want to say yes because then you get a whole different image of me because I don't bat that way. But number two, it's fucking Marky Mark. I think by saying you're not gonna fuck him is disrespecting the man.
Yeah, it's a solid answer. It's a solid answer. Tony wants to be inside Marky Mark, or more importantly, wants Marky Mark inside him.
Tony, your brother,
Yes,
referring
my
to?
brother Tony. Super. I have a thing for Jax Teller. He has a thing for
So
Marky
he
Mark.
wants Marky Mark's dick in his mouth?
I think he would be open to the idea.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I know
Ever
he'd
since
be
Fear
open to
came out.
Fear.
You ever seen Fear?
No.
With Reese Witherspoon and Marky Mark and
Don't
Alyssa
waste your
Milano?
time.
No.
It was a very mediocre movie, and he loves it.
Has Tony seen the Italian Job?
Yeah, Tony's a movie freak.
Is he?
He's seen anything gives that name.
Interesting.
All right. Did you bring a Would You Rather with you to the show? If not, I have one that we're going to give you.
I did not bring one because I figured you were going to have one for me.
Okay. Tom, do you have a favorite that you want to do? Because I have one that.
No. You could do whatever. Can you just do me a favor and make sure when you talk, you're talking closer to the mic?
Tom's a big piece of shit. Check. Tom's a big piece of shit.
I'm not sure I'm a piece of shit. I'm just saying. I mean, you were too lazy to move the other mic over, and now I've been fucking with the sound the whole time.
All right, Dante.
Yes.
Would you rather fight, and I mean fisticuffs, 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? I appreciate the time you're taking. You think it through.
Would I rather fist fight
Mm-hmm.
100 duck size, like duck isn't an animal?
Yeah.
Okay.
The size of a duck, but it's a horse. An equestrian, a duck-sized equestrian animal.
So 100 of those.
Yep. Or one horse-sized duck.
Well, what kind of horse size are you talking about?
Clydesdale.
Big fucking
Huh?
duck.
Which duck wouldn't have been a big fucking duck? Like, what answer could he have presented?
So you're gonna get no. I mean, they're all gonna be big, but if you're gonna compare Clydesdale to
We're not
That's
talking
the
about
any other horse,
That's the type of horse I know. Spotted, which I think is actually just the color, and Clydesdale, because Tommy just said
can I
it.
ask you a question before I
Fight
answer
horse.
this?
Yeah.
How much did you? What kind of drug did you take before you came up with that question?
These were that's not my would you rather.
Oh.
We got that would you rather on an outdoor episode that we did a long time ago. But the answers were some of my favorite answers I've ever heard.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I would probably go after the one,
So a horse-sized duck is your answer.
and I'm gonna tell you why. I would rather give one kid a bath than 4 kids a bath.
You're not comparing apples to apples here. Consider that this duck could just flap a wing, and you're tumbling. And what if there's a body of water?
So
in
you
your
never
body?
stated that I had to
Drowning.
win the fight.
What?
If I get a one shot and I'm done, I got to fight 100.
No, one duck, the
100
size of a horse, or 100 little teeny tiny horses.
Hold on,
Size of
you act like ducks are super fucking small. If there's 100 of them, dude, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I would be dancing the fucking can, just kicking fucking horse or duck-sized horses everywhere. And I'm in the vast minority on this one. Everybody chooses the one.
I just want to fight one thing. I don't want to fight 100. That's
It
ridiculous.
feels like a terrible idea.
That would take forever.
You can't penetrate the feathers of a bird.
You would have to
There
nap
there's special
in
ammunition.
between fights.
That's fine. You could cuddle with the little duck-sized horses during that time.
I don't think you could. You're in the middle of a fight.
Could you imagine how much little teeny tiny horse turd there would be?
Do I have a weapon of choice? Like,
Oh my god! What if
fist
this?
fighting?
What if this duck takes its?
There's a lot of details you did not put into this.
Well, that's why the question is good, because you get to interpret it the way you want. There's no wrong answer, but mine is righter.
Yours
It's
is
not.
righter?
It's definitely not.
No, I definitely was in the minority. Most people choose the big guy. I don't get it. All right. Let's see.
Think about that the rest of the night now.
There you go. That's why it's such a good question. Dante,
I might even text you later and be like, I'm adding more to my comments like throughout the night.
It's like 2:30. He's like, I changed my mind. 2:35. He's like, no, I didn't. I'm back to my original thought. Did you bring with you a short story of some sort that taught you an important lesson that you still lean on today? Like a cloud with a silver lining, you know? Dark cloud.
That's kind of rough to think about over the past 2 years. I didn't have anything specific for that one though.
Okay, that's fine. We'll move right to the next question. Dante, oh, it's my favorite question. The most embarrassing moment of your life.
This podcast.
Slumming it with the number 9 nation.
So yeah, think about this. We're in a basement right now. There's no carpet. The floor is soaking wet.
By basement, you mean recording studio?
There's
Yeah.
wires, live wires everywhere.
It fucking flooded. Listen, it is disastrous down here.
You have. I'm in a wooden chair. There's
What's wrong with wooden chairs?
There's toys everywhere.
You got something against it? Okay, first off, those are action figures, not toys. What a piece of shit comment that was. Look at the muscles on Bret Hart.
Hey Dante, next time you want to be on the
Put his
show,
dick in your
man.
mouth.
Dante, next time you want to be on the show, you can come to my studio. It's much
I'm
nicer,
in your studio.
much more
You
professional.
even have your podcast name behind you. Patrick's got Bret the Hitman Hart back here.
Yeah. He's the excellence of
And
execution.
hold on, let me ask you another question. I know why I have fingerprints on my TV. You have no kids. There's like, it's not a touchscreen. I don't understand.
From hanging it.
What do you mean? They're in the middle. I don't understand.
I can't see those. There's also like spit, like I spit. Oh, you know what? But that's probably from fucking all the goddamn carpet I pulled out of here.
Could be from all the water that's down here. I don't know.
Could be from the massive amount of water down here.
I'm super excited that we have a $2,000 computer sitting down there, and it's just sitting in that damp basement.
The computer's fine. There's nothing splashed on that monitor right there. Relax.
Is that coffee? I don't know what that is.
I don't think it's coffee.
It's crusty, so it's been on there for a while.
Yeah, it's probably old.
On what?
Look at Tom's face.
What the fuck? See, this is why we have to do them together, Pat, so I can monitor.
Well, can't have nice things, Pat.
The fuck?
Dante, the most embarrassing moment of your life, please fire away.
Outside of this experience, I really thought about this, and I don't put myself in positions where I do anything that's really embarrassing. But as I was reflecting, man, I thought about when I was in second grade. I was brand new to the school, right?
Nice.
Yeah,
Going way back. Mine was from third grade. Good for you.
not a good situation. So I'm there, and my teacher, Mrs. Brown, she has since passed away. God bless her. Very sweet old woman, and she made my transition into this new school pleasant, right?
Okay.
And I feel like I let her down during this moment.
I'm so excited.
So I don't know if they still do it today, but anytime one person needed to go to the bathroom, the whole class went. Everybody got up from their desks. They waited in line at the door when everybody was when everybody was ready to go and everybody was behaving. Then we get to leave the classroom. We walked in a single file line all the way to the bathroom, and then we stopped and then made two different lines, one for the men's and one for the women's.
Okay.
Right, and then we went in like 3 at a time, and as one left, you high-fived and tagged out, and the other one went in.
Whoa, this is so unsanitary. There's
Yeah.
no way you guys are practicing good hand washing skills.
And the thought, like, if one kid needs to go pee, why do we take 26 kids?
Not only that, what if there's a sense of urgency for that child to use the restroom?
It takes at least 10 minutes to get to the damn bathroom.
Oof.
So
Okay, so
we were waiting in line for our
Mhm.
bathroom field trip,
mhm.
and there was this girl that was standing in front of me. And, we were just talking. I don't really remember what we were talking about, but I remember her turning around and grabbing my shirt and lifting it up. And me being a younger kid, I'm going to do to you what you did to me. So I grabbed her shirt and I left her shirt all the way up.
Okay.
The teacher saw me. She didn't see her.
Right.
And apparently my move was unacceptable.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
So I was scolded in the bathroom line with 26 kids that had to pee. I then had to pee.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, that really stood out. I was really embarrassed. And on top of that, everybody in that bathroom line saw that. And I was the new kid in school, and they fucking hated me because everybody needed to go to the bathroom, and I was holding up the field trip.
I love that the most embarrassing story of your life is the same as that little girl. She's telling that story on some shit podcast right now. She's like, this motherfucker lifts my shirt over my head like a piece of shit.
We went to high school together, and then that was like...
Did she show you her titties in high school?
What? No. No, she didn't. But she brought that story up frequently.
I certainly would have as well. Crazy. How old are you, 30?
I'll be 30 on Sunday.
Okay, so, I mean, thank God, because if that happened in the last 10 years, you'd actually still be in some weird, 6 to 10 prison, just like with a bunch of other kids eating like Happy Meals for lunch.
We'd still be waiting in line to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
All right. This one, let's see. Dante, the worst moment of your life.
Oh, man.
This podcast again?
Can't use the same answer twice.
When I found out I shook your hand after you had someone shit under your nail.
That's one story, Dante. Trust me, there's been way worse things on these fingers.
Worst moment of my life. When I was younger, I was working for a retailer, and I ended up losing my job. And we only had one child at the time, and I believe we were in process of having our second. And I just remember looking at myself in the mirror. You don't have a job.
Yeah.
You're a young dad. You're not financially supporting your family. I just remember feeling like the biggest loser, the biggest piece of crap ever. And I let myself down. I let my kids down. It was also a turning point for me because I was willing to do whatever it took to not be in that position ever again.
Right.
And since that happened, everything I did was bettering my life in some way, shape, or form.
Elevating, always elevating.
Yeah. And
it's important to fail forward, man.
It's just not a good feeling. And, being stuck there and not having a clear direction or how to get out of there. When that happened, it wasn't like it is today. And you could virtually go in anywhere and get a job right now. And you can make a decent salary.
Yeah.
Then nobody was hiring.
Sure.
And I had work experience. So it was...
How'd you lose your job?
I got fired.
I figured that much.
Yeah. It was poor performance. I was managing a store, but I was like 19 years old.
Okay.
So I was mature, I didn't understand the business.
Right.
I was a good worker.
Right.
But yeah, I just didn't do well, and it's okay, it happens. And for anybody that's ever gotten fired, like, it happens. And everything happens for a reason.
True story.
So the next job I got, it bettered my life tenfold.
Okay, that's probably where you met me. I don't really know.
Yeah, it was. Because my next job was actually...
Tommy met me, and his life also bettered tenfold. I kind of have that effect on people. Tommy, it's a podcast. You can actually speak. He's shaking his head now.
Yeah, no, Pat. Me meeting you did not better my life.
He says that, yet here we are.
I'm not saying that you're not a good person, and I'm not glad that you're in my life, but I'm not saying you didn't better my life.
You're not saying it, right?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's not true.
He's confused by how many negatives are being put in here. What he's trying to say is I'm the best thing that ever happened to him, including his child and wife.
Including his child and wife.
If you combine the two of them, they're just barely better than me. Tommy, nope, not Tommy. Dante, the best moment of your life.
This podcast.
Yes. Yes. Good answer.
Now you can use the same answer more than once. Now you can. It's okay.
No, I have 4 best moments of my life, and that's when each one of my kids were born.
Really? Like by the 4th one, you weren't just like, whatever.
Well, it was different hospital rooms, so it was like an exciting thing each time.
So the most exciting, what's your youngest child's name?
My youngest, Caliani.
So the most exciting part of Caliani's birth was the fact that there was different fucking wallpaper. And that's what you're going with the fourth best moment of your life?
First off, you think they use wallpaper in a hospital?
I don't know.
You're out of your fucking mind.
I got to tell you, I've never been in a maternity ward because I think I'm sterile. So joke's on you, buddy.
Is it, Pat?
Okay.
Is it?
Says the man. I'm sitting in his basement. Yoda's staring at me. What else is back here?
Yeah, you'd think he'd have fucking 15 kids by all the toys he has down there.
They're action figures.
They're not even opened. Like, they're still in the boxes.
Yeah,
it's
that's
weird.
because they're goddamn action figures, not fucking toys.
They're toys, Pat.
Look at the rock.
Dante, I think you should go through and open all those and start playing with them on the table.
How pissed do you think he'd be if he came home one day
with them on the table,
playing with the toys on the table?
I didn't know.
Yeah,
Actually, bring all your kids over to do it. Then he can't get mad because the kids don't know any better.
I just have to take it on the chin.
So yes, back to that story. Each one of my kids, when they were born, there was a different stage in my life where it was growth.
Okay, so what if you knock somebody up today? You think this fifth kid's going to be another best moment of your life? Really?
This is coming from the sterile man that's sweating profusely.
It's very hot in the basement. A lot of moisture in the air.
What do you? Yeah. See, this was my point. Was why we shouldn't have electronics on it right now.
No. It's good. It's good. Everything's great condition. All right.
So yes, if I had a fifth kid, that would be a fifth best moment in my life.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take your word for it. I think all you parents are lying.
Actually, you know what? So here's an interesting fact.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor that delivered my father delivered me and my brother and delivered 3 out of 4 of my kids.
Which one wasn't delivered by that doctor? What number?
The 4th one, but that's because we had her in Connecticut.
And you still think this is one of the best moments, even though it's a different doctor. And
How many people can say like 7 generations were delivered by the same doctor?
Yeah, but she wasn't. You know what I'm
It's not 7 generations, man. It's 3.
It's 3 generations.
That's what happens when you assume it, right?
It really is getting hot down in this basement.
Yeah, it's fucking toasty. All right, so those are the questions. Dante, there's a music video coming out.
It comes out tomorrow night, yes.
Motherfucker! Wednesday the 8th. Where can we find the music video?
We're going to post it to YouTube.
Okay.
It's going to be under Dante John Music.
Dante John Music. Name of the song again?
Fallin In Love.
Fallin In Love. I love the song. I have fallen in love with the song. Tommy will put the song into the end of this so that everybody can hear the song.
Yeah.
Hashtag free ads.
So our this episode will air on Thursday. We will drop the video of this interview on Thursday as well. And I'll put a link to your song in the description so everybody can hear it and know where to find it. Is it going to be downloadable on Spotify or anything like that?
It will eventually. I got to work out the details.
Okay.
So here's the thing: when I put this song out there and I recorded it, I knew I liked it because it's mine. I'm biased.
Yeah.
As my friends and family started listening to it, well, naturally they're gonna say it's good,
right?
Or they like it. They don't want to hurt your feelings.
Sure.
But then I started having people with honest feedback. Like, you're not going to be one that's going to tell me something's good and it actually sucks.
Right.
You're going to say, hey, that sucks. We're still friends.
Yeah.
So the fact that you listened to it more than once and liked it, it built a lot of confidence.
I've heard it. I think it's fantastic. I'm a huge country music listener, so I thought it was fantastic. I can't wait to record it bootleg and listen to it in my car. So
record it bootleg.
In the recording,
wait to steal your fucking music.
You're good, man. You're good. In the recording, the only thing I didn't do was the drums. So I played the guitars, I played the bass guitar, I sang, I did all the vocal backtracking.
Okay.
I did not play the drums.
I played this. I played this for a couple guys that I work with when I first got to work. I was very excited. I showed them immediately, and I said, he asked me for feedback, like, can you guys think of anything? And one of them instantly went, absolutely, more cowbell. I fucking died. He was like, no, the song's fucking fantastic, but you should definitely tell him he needs more cowbell.
You know what? The next one I do is gonna have more cowbell in it.
Okay, so go ahead.
Do you have a record? Is this through a record label? Do you have a signed contract with somebody?
No, I'm independent right now. I haven't really thought that far ahead because I just wanted to put this out there for myself, and everybody that's listened to it's given me really good feedback and they really like it, and they've listened to it more than once is what's really building my spirits. You know what I mean? It's not just I listened to it because you're my buddy. They're listening to it now because they like the song.
Yeah, there's a lot of listens that you're really getting cheated out of right now,
right?
Because it's not like counting on.
Well, you're gonna have to go back and then.
Oh, so hey, I'm putting it on playlists. We're good.
So here's another one for you. What you can do is once you're ready to, you're gonna unleash it to the world tomorrow. Sirius XM, their highway channel, which is their country channel, does a finding artists spot where you can submit your music, and if they like it, they'll play it, and that's national radio. So there's
what's the radio station in Connecticut that has the homegrown
92.5
something? No, not country.
Well, I don't know.
That's the country station in Connecticut.
Yeah. There's a radio station in Connecticut that has like homegrown musicians, and it's just people getting their music out there.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, you're welcome to take the link to the podcast, put it with your shit. So if people, oh, hey, I like that song, let's see. People can watch the fucking interview. Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
We're fine with that. We have no beef.
Yeah.
Awesome,
if you
send you away with the number 9 with Tommy hat today.
I wish, fuck, I have a t-shirt too, but it's at my house. If you get me the link to your YouTube page and all that stuff, obviously we'll put all that in our thing as well.
I'll
so we can, trust me, we don't have a lot of listeners, but if we can help you out, great.
Yeah,
we do have loyal listeners, and I don't know of a listener that we have that's never listened to a country song that they, like they all listen to some country. They're not all country, but they all listen to some country, I think.
All right. Anything you want to add, Pat?
A new favorite's going to be Dante John. No, Dante, you got anything else?
No, I just definitely thank you both for having me on the show. This was awesome.
Tom, I don't want to do the good day thing because now we're just going to go back into a podcast tomorrow. Like we're gonna put bookends on this bitch, right?
Yeah. Well,
is this me bookending it right now?
Maybe we should have this at the end of the show tomorrow.
Okay, and then we'll roll right into his song.
Yeah, and then we'll roll right into his song.
Okay, well, fuck it. For the first time here on the Number 9 with Tommy podcast, you can hear Dante John, Fallin In Love. Number 9ers, I say good day.
Another Tuesday night till she rolled on through into my life. I looked into her pretty blue eyes. She had a smile that caught me by surprise. She started drawing me in like a rainstorm. Then we started talking all night long. She had them blue jeans on and they skin tight, with that ball cap down looking dynamite. She waters flowers, I think I'm falling in love, and she looks on at me. I can't get enough. Voice like an angel, oh now. And she puts me at ease. Everything about her, I swear, it's like it's meant to be. And she waters flowers, I'm falling in love. them days now, they turn into months. She had me locked down, think she might be the one. Boy, you should see her with her glasses on. She had a fire rocking hotter than the sun. The way she made me feel when she grabbed my hand, she pulled me in close like it was our last dance. Every morning she'd wake me up to a little good morning all I'm dreaming about is you. When she waters flowers, I think I'm falling in love, and she looked on at me. I can't get enough. Voice like an angel, oh now. And she puts me at ease. Everything about her, I swear, it's like it's meant to be. And she waters flowers, I'm falling in love. It was just one night in a parking lot, under that moonlight, and we parked our cars. She said it's getting late, I need to go. So I leaned on her real slow. When she waters flowers, I think I'm falling in love, and she looked on at me. I can't get enough.